So it is Sunday, and normally on a Sunday I am recording and posting an upcoming sneakers episode for you guys, and of course going through the leaks, the rumors, you know what we do on a Sunday. However, at the moment there's just not that much that is coming through in terms of news. January is a little bit more of a dry month. So instead what I wanted to do was go through something that I thought you guys would really appreciate, and that is some sneaker steals. So I'm going to be highlighting some of these sneakers that right now you can buy at a pretty decent price. But in the future, this decent price may not still be here. These have a very high probability of going up in price, and obviously right now I'm pretty much saying you can save yourself some bucks and grab some of these awesome pairs of shoes. Personally, I'm someone who loves a bargain. You know, I love a reduction, a sale rack. Now, it is important to keep in mind that none of these are on sale, right? They are all sold out, highly desired pairs of shoes. But in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to sneakers, you know what happens with the resale market. It can get a bit ridiculous. So these are some of the more reasonable ones that I think may even be slightly undervalued. So let me give you an example of what exactly I'm talking about. The Yeezy 700 MNVN. This is a shoe that I brought on the channel, and I told you guys, listen, this is an awesome pair of sneakers that is going to be going up in price. And at that time, this was going for about £200, which, as we know, these retail for 180. Well, what do you know? These have gone up in price. And if you head over to StockX and you look at some of the most recent sales, it's looking at about 200 to 60, 270 pounds were some of the last sales on this pair of shoes. So they definitely have gone up. And if you look at the graph, it shows the exact same thing. These have gone up in price, and they probably are going to carry on doing so. Another really good example was the Yeezy 350 in the Citron colorway. You guys remember that one? Kind of like the cheapest Yeezy 350 that we had seen in a while. And yeah, it was going for like under retail, and I think probably most people just got rid of it. Well, the Yeezy 350 Citron is now going for about 240 to 250 pounds. And again, if you look at that graph, it has shot right up. So that was a good example of something you could have got at a steal and is now gone up. And I do want to start at my favorite Yeezy 350 from last year. And that, of course, is the Yeezy 350 V2 Zion, a pair of shoes that a lot of people love. Now, I think because of how many pairs they actually ended up releasing, the price went down quite a bit. And it is still staying at a really good price tag. Now, I don't know how long that's going to hang on for, because I do know that a lot of people like this shoe. So the probability of this one going up in the future is pretty high. So right now you can grab these at about retail. Now I do have my personal pair, and this is one that I just doubled up on because, again, I managed to get it for retail. So, you know, I wasn't gonna let that go. Another 350, the Sand Taupe Yeezy 350s. This one came at, I guess maybe we could say, at a pretty bad time. Kind of the last 350 from 2020. And again, it's a little bit more recent, so the price is still yet to kind of grow. I know that you can grab this pair of shoes for around about retail price. I know that there's probably a lot of people who are just trying to get rid of it so that they can free up some of their funds. But I do think if you did like this colorway, it's a really good option because I feel like it's going to go up. Sticking with Yeezy, and the next one is the Yeezy 700 V3 Clay Brown. Now listen, I did a review on this, and I know a lot of people like this colorway, myself included. It is so similar to the beloved Alva colorway. It is going for, again, around retail price, maybe just a little bit above. But you know, if you kind of shop around, maybe don't go through any of the kind of reselling platforms because they charge a lot of fees. But if you find someone, you know, local area, maybe Facebook, eBay, you can probably get a really solid price on this new Yeezy 700 V3. We've already started to see it go up a little bit. However, it's still in that time frame where I think you can get a good deal on this one. So yeah, it's just good to be aware of the shoes that you can get a good deal on. Moving into some Jordans, and specifically the Jordan 1 mid. Now listen, I know everybody prefers the highs, and the highs is what everybody wants, but listen, 2021, I think, is gonna start seeing mids becoming more popular. We're getting so many more releases, which we are gonna talk about in just a second, but let's focus on specifically this band colorway because this is definitely a really nice pair of Jordan 1 mids. Of course, it's a classic color blocking. The materials are actually really solid. Right now, I think you can get this below the retail price. I think for the most part, these go for about 115 pounds on pretty much all of the retailers, and right now on StockX they're going for about 100. Just to give you guys an idea on what the Jordan 1 mid can do, look at the Chicago Toe Jordan 1 mid. Started off at a very low price tag, pretty much where this band colorway is at right now. And as you can see, over time, it just shot up and up and up to pretty much where now it is double the price it originally cost. Another Jordan 1 mid that's going to be releasing in a couple days here on the 2nd of February is the Hyper Royal Jordan 1 mid. This one, again, super clean colorway, and I can see this one doing a similar thing. Now, I don't think it's gonna touch the band or the Chicago toe, but it's still one that is a very clean colorway and is probably only just gonna bring more attention to the Jordan 1 mid silhouette in general. Now, if we're talking Jordan 1s, this one is also an awesome pair of Jordan 1s that you can get at a reasonable price. In terms of it skyrocketing in price, I don't know if that's particularly going to happen. Judging on from how these have gone from when they released to right now, they've pretty much stayed in the same place, which again is a really awesome thing if you guys like this one, because I think it is an awesome shoe and I definitely think it's worth taking a look at, because this right now is going for a pretty decent price tag that I think in the future, hey, it may not be that same price tag. Another one, the Jordan 1 Metallic Gold. These, I think, look really, really good. No, I'm not the biggest fan of the patent leather. However, for the color blocking, I think it is still worth it. And right now you can pretty much grab these for retail, which again, if you like this colorway, is a really solid option. Again, listen, the resale market at the moment, a lot of shoes that we love have just gone up so high in price that they are practically unobtainable. And I want to say that some of these that are a little bit more affordable may just be a better option. And the way that things are selling out right now, sometimes, yes, you do have to bite the bullet and go for the resale market, but when you are going towards the resale market, I do want to give you guys some options. Both of these Jordan 1s and of course the mids, these are some really solid options. Another Jordan 1 that is not with me in the studio, it is back at the house, is the Jordan 1 Volt Gold. This is another awesome colorway. I did a recent review and I think a lot of people like this one, but this is a shoe that I can see around summertime kind of shooting up in price. And again, right now you can get them for a pretty solid price tag. So, you know, I'm just saying, if that's a colorway that you were looking to buy, it's probably not going to get any cheaper, and it very well may just go up to a price point that you don't want to pay for. The Jordan 4 Fire Red. Listen, right now it's at an okay price point. It's still going for a little bit higher than retail. I'm starting to see more demand for the Jordan 4, which again is one of my favorite Jordan models. Yeah, this is one that is probably going to go up. It's such a clean colorway that I personally really, really love. And again, I just want to let you guys know it's probably going to start going up, and it may just get to a point which again, you probably don't want to pay. I mean, ever since its release, it's just been going up if you take a look at the graph on StockX. So again, I kind of believe that this one will just keep doing so. Right, I've got a couple honorable mentions, which first I want to start off with the Yeezy 380. Now, listen, I don't want to say that this is a shoe that is going to skyrocket in price, but listen, I love the Yeezy 380 model. I love this calcite colorway, and it really would not surprise me if during the summertime, this specific colorway started to go up in price. Another one that I have my suspicions on is the Yeezy 500 Stone. Now, of course, we saw the resurgence of the utility black colorway, and this is kind of one of the more recent ones to release as far as the Yeezy 500 silhouette. I know in 2021, we're gonna get a lot more 500s, and just seeing how popular the utility blacks were and how much they've kind of gone up in resale, well, this one, I have my suspicions that it might do a very similar thing. Now, I don't know what it is specifically about this colorway, because I think it's probably one of my favorites out of all of them. I think it may be something to do with the neoprene upper that people don't particularly like, but this is the cheapest one. It definitely has gone up a considerable amount since its release, so this doesn't exactly fall in the category of getting a steal, but I do believe that these have a lot more room to grow, just based on the fact that, yeah, 2021 is going to get a lot more 500, which means I think potentially a lot more people are going to be interested in the 500 model, which only means the price may just go up on this one. So it is worth to kind of keep your eye on this one. And another one which kind of fits into the category similar to the Yeezy 380 is the Yeezy Quantum. It's just a Yeezy model that kind of just didn't seem to hit with a lot of people. Now, again, I love this model. I love the 380s. And I guess in terms of a steal on the resale market, this is probably one of them. Now, Now, particularly this OG colorway you can get around retail price, which again, in my opinion, is not that bad considering how nice of a Yeezy this is. But any of the other colorways, teal blue, the bariums, the frozen blues, you can get them for potentially below retail, just like the Yeezy 380s. But I feel like we've got a decent selection here, guys. And I feel very lucky and blessed to have each and every one of these because I think they're awesome pairs of shoes. That pretty much wraps it up for the sneaker steals video. If you guys like this, you can let me know and I can do more of these in the future. But hey, you guys go and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you all in the next one. But until then.